it's your girl Monica from go over again. Here it is, a week before your exam, how to get through nursing school and take boss-ass notes. Alright, my name's Monica and this is a Couple Nurses vlog. Thanks for tuning in. So today we're just going to discuss a few survival tips and how to really take notes and study for nursing school. So personally what I do, I used to almost break my handwriting notes. If you are more of a person that learns by writing, which is actually evidence-based practice that most people do, I definitely suggest to start your nursing journey with taking notes. Split it up with somebody and scan each other the notes. That makes it a lot easier on everybody. Your best friend is going to be colored pens, okay? I am obsessed with colored pens. I will make everything a different color, but don't go overboard where it becomes too much and overwhelming for you. So that's tip number one. Definitely use colored pens and just have a notebook that doesn't have lines. So get printed paper sometimes, turn it around, utilize your space very wisely, and try not to use more than one or two pieces of paper for a certain topic. For example, when I'm taking notes over like the hematological system, I use the first part of my notebook to kind of put all the blood levels and me understanding and try to memorize those blood levels. And I don't like to use the word memorizing. You really need to learn how to utilize that and carry it on through your courses, because blood levels are always gonna come back and haunt you. Like your CBCs, your RBCs, your platelets, your INRs, all those are very important to understand, especially they come up on the ATI exams a lot. Alright, so some other tips to kind of get together. Once you get a little bit more advanced in taking your notes by hand and you're a senior in nursing school, how I've approached now, I've noticed that with your specialties, it's so much more knowledge-based, because not only are you adding your fundamentals, your health assessment, and your medical surgical classes because of all the knowledge and foundation, it's just kind of put into either OB or pediatrics or mental health. I've noticed it's a lot of writing, it's very wordy. To be more, I guess to put more of a timestamp on it, I've moved on and started using just typing my notes. And not only am I sitting here typing word for word, verbatim, like from the book, I buy my books now actually online. So believe it or not, you have to get used to it, but it's easier to search the whole freaking book instead of you wasting time flipping through it, especially when time is of the essence. I also have ways where I screenshot like the ATI book because it's downloadable PDF. So my notes consist of a bunch of screenshots, my own words of topics, and screenshots from ATI. My notes can be ranging from sometimes from 30 pages long to 80 pages long, but when I'm telling you, that in comparison to having 40, 50 page chapters and you have a 16 chapter test, it really takes like the ease off, and especially after your professors have provided you with a blueprint. After I take all my notes, let it be known, you guys, I do start my notes weeks before the exams. People used to call me crazy. They're like, why are you studying so early 2 weeks before the exam? Then I get my grade and they're like, okay, I see why. So start your readings before even class starts. When that new term or semester starts, pick up that book, take the initiative, take a break from having fun, and start to read and actually engage into the class. Take some side notes with your hand if you have to, or even on the computer, but even just reading the chapter kind of lets you know, alright, this is what I'm going to be expecting for this term, and it actually prepares you really well. So after you do that, then you take all your notes throughout those weeks. Here it is, a week before your exam. Find a partner. For example, I have a colleague that I work with. We split up all our, not our assignments, we split up all our reviews and our notes. And sometimes when I don't, like this past weekend, she went out of town. I took care of completing the whole review. I had no problem. But we sat down, and when we sat down, I'm more of a lecturer and she's more of a listener, an auditory learner. So it helps a lot because I was able to quiz her. And when I quiz her, I'm quizzing myself too because I'm not looking down. I'm waiting for her to give me the right answer, and if it takes us 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times, I'm repeating that information so much out of my mouth that it actually gets stuck in my brain. Some people learn like that. Some people learn by getting dry erase boards. For example, my husband Cordero, he learns with dry erase boards, or even just writing things down over and over, and especially talking about it. Once you find your little niche on how to study, stick to it. And it's definitely going to work. Don't be scared by having 16 chapters on your first exam. It happens. It really does. The best advice I have is prioritize your time and make sure that you allocate enough time throughout your week to actually do your reading before you go to class. I can't stress that enough, because then you can utilize class as a time to ask the professor on anything that you need explanation on. Thanks for tuning in. If you like this video, make sure you like it down below, subscribe up above, share our video, and make sure to type down in the comments, Nurses Rock. If you have any other concerns, questions, or recommendations, just put it in the comments. I appreciate y'all's time. Peace.